The internet has captured and enslaved the drunken shithead from North Leeds. He must remain within the greasy web of cyberspace until he has pleasured himself to all available smut video. He must wank his way to freedom. It begins. Welcome to Digital Cluster.
Haha, what's going on? This is a little thing I call Google Trends Freestyle Battle. Just throw on a beat. I'ma go on Google Trends, see what y'all are Googling. This is what you looking at, America. It's October 8th, 2010, 7:29 p.m. Yo, we got a lot of Brett Favre in here. Brett Favre's arm, Brett Favre's pics. The whole world's talking about Brett Favre's dick, that sad little prick. And it is pretty sad looking. Normally, when you send a picture of your dick to a woman, it's a you with a boner, not a flaccid little wiener, just sitting on the pillow. Number 10, oh my man, it's his wife Deanne. I feel bad for her. She survived cancer of the breast. Now her husband sending pics of his dick through a text. What else we got here? Number 19 is Agnes T. Jones. Who is that again? That's the fat kid from 2.5 Men. Should probably revise that title to 3 Men. Unless he was always supposed to be the man, and the half a man was always supposed to be John Cryer, cause he's so feminine. That was bad, I told you. This is a freestyle. It's a shitty show. Charlie Sheen, you know what I mean. Number 19 is Wiener Magazine. No, seriously, it is. It's Wiener Magazine. I'm not kidding you. You can check this too. What is Wiener Magazine? Pics of cocks and shafts, dicks and pricks, for lonely fat chicks and gays out for kicks. We need a remix. Or maybe not. Also on here is the Pennsylvania bar exam. Now, how many people have to be Googling the Pennsylvania bar exam for that to be a Google trend? I think it's probably just one guy, really nervous. He's had nightmares all week that he's gonna miss this date. It's tomorrow. He's set like 7 alarms. He's Googled the time and location of the bar exam 15 fucking times an hour all day. So much so that it's trending. Chill out, man. You're gonna do all right. You're gonna make it there. You're gonna be a lawyer, and that's exciting. And so is today's show. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Digital Cluster. I am your host, Henzibaum. Come along with me for a wild journey. And I promise you, on this week's show, I'm not gonna talk so much about pornography. I'm not going to talk as much about jacking off, whacking off, cranking off. It's going to be less porn and smut oriented. I promise you that. But I've also been known to break promises. And you know what? I didn't intend this show to be all about porn. But if that's what comes out every time I turn on the mics, then maybe that's really what I'm all about. And I should go see a psychologist. Maybe I really am sick. Peace out.
Digital Cruster cannot wait. Digital Cruster, it is great. Digital Cruster, Digital Cruster. Man, this podcast is so cool. It's Hansi Bond from Northleaf School. It's Digital Cruster, cannot wait. Digital Cruster, it is great. Digital Cruster, Digital Cruster. Man, this podcast, it's so cool. It's Hansi Bond from Northleaf School.
What up, guys? New for this week, I'm going to start doing NFL picks. It is week 5. I know I'm a little late here, but what we're going to do is have 2 people on every week, and they're going to pick 5 games that I have selected, going head-to-head just for pride, no other real reason. And the first week we have my mother, but right now I'm joined with the other person, my roommate Kyle.
Hello, Jeff.
What up, Kyle?
Thanks for having me, buddy.
No problem. Hey, Kyle, you're a Dolphins fan. Is that correct?
This is correct. I am a Dolphins fan who resides in Wisconsin.
Why?
No real reason. Just growing up, that's the team I chose. Didn't want to root for the same team as my parents. So.
I hate your parents too.
Dan Marino was a man back in the day.
No, I actually flirted with.
Love Ace Ventura. So.
I was thinking about this. I was actually flirted with Dolphin fanfare for a while, because I was a big fan of Marino. Just he's so beautiful.
He was the curls,
sliding those fingers into those isotoner gloves. That still gives me an erection thinking about it.
How could a young adolescent resist?
I know, but what I always thought was weird about Dan Marino is he's like probably one of the best pure passers of all time, and yet the team still had him be a holder for the field goals. That usually goes to the punter or the backup quarterback.
Laces out, Dan.
Absolutely, and this really almost ruined his career because he turned the laces in, and then Ray Finkel missed the kick, and then he gets abducted and almost misses the Super Bowl and
kidnapped
Snowflake, and
yeah,
that could have really turned out bad.
Not
but
Shula's best coaching decision.
I know, but I will say this: it did springboard Jim Carrey's career. So, yeah. So I guess let's just get to the games. The first game we got here are the Green Bay Packers at the Washington Redskins.
All right. Well, being in cheesehead country, I'm going with the Green Bay Packers in this one, Jeff, for a few reasons. Washington, 31st ranked pass defense in the NFL.
Ooh, he's got stats. This is good.
Yeah, I did a little research. I didn't want to be completely unprepared. I think Aaron Rodgers in the passing game is really going to come to their own this week. Finley, Jennings, drivers. It's going to be a little too much. I know Washington played great last week with McNabb against Philadelphia. Portis is out, and I just think Green Bay is ready to make a statement, even with their injuries on defense right now.
Wow, that was way more detailed than I expected. But I have a few. I agree with that, and I have a few comments about the questions about the Packers. Must all their linebackers look like Norse savages?
You know what, they do, and I really like it. Clay Matthews almost makes me want to become a Packer fan. He's almost that good. And A.J. Hawk might be the human being alive.
And another thing, I really like that Jermichael Finley cat.
I love his talent, but I don't like his cockiness for really having accomplished nothing yet in his career.
Okay, if he is good, Jermichael Finley's good. What about Joe Tracy Webster and Joe Richard Griffith? That was a bad joke. Okay, second game. That's right, motherfuckers. I'm a Bears fan. My Chicago Bears at the Carolina Panthers.
Well, I'm going pretty much all Midwest this week, apparently. I'm going with a Chicago win, big over Carolina. Starting rookie Jimmy Clausen, Carolina is, and I just don't see the Bears really losing to a guy in his second NFL start, even with the, was he now, 53-year-old Ty Collins at quarterback?
Yeah, we have the shittiest pass protection ever. And with that, Mike Marks thinks it's a great idea with that shitty line to do 7-step drops and run 40-yard fucking routes. And even we have a young, Jay Cutler's a pretty tough cat, and he's mobile, but now we have this feeble old queen in Todd Collins. He's going to get pummeled.
If Jay Cutler wasn't going to be taken down by the Giants' defensive line, it was going to be diabetes. So either way, he was in trouble that game. But no, I'm going with Chicago's. Carolina's got a good running game, but Chicago does have the 8th ranked rush defense currently in the NFL. So, and Jimmy Clausen, he might be good down the road, but with that Bears D, I just don't see him doing much this week.
Cool. Next game, this is the Monday night game. There's a lot of intrigue behind this bitch. The Minnesota Vikings with the newly reacquired Randy Moss at the New York Football Jets.
All right, I'm finally going East Coast on this one, Jeff. Going with the Jets, Jets. Not seeing Randy Moss and Brett Favre getting on the same page yet this week. He might be good for a touchdown or so, but they got Revis back. Cromartie did a good job on Moss in the second half of the Patriots-Jets game.
Ryan Cromartie.
It's
another bad joke.
Ryan Cromartie, as well as Minnesota being away. I just, in the right side of that Minnesota offensive line against the Rex Ryan pass rush, that scares me.
Yeah. Speaking of the Vikings, I saw 2 things this week that I never thought I would see from the Vikings.
Brett Favre's penis?
Yes, one was Brett Favre's cock. And
Unfortunately, I cannot unsee that either.
Yeah, if you haven't seen it, go to deadspin.com. It's a pretty kind of out there sports blog, and they got his voicemails on there and pictures of his penis. It's great. And the other thing, I never thought I'd see old Randy Moss back in a Viking uniform, but I like it, though.
You know what? I like Moss back with the Vikings just because it's another storyline that we get to follow along with Favre every week on our local radio station.
No shit. But, as a Bears fan, I don't mind it when, the Packers get better. Obviously this makes, in my opinion, makes the Vikings a better team, but I welcome it, I like it.
Yeah, it should. I think this is the game I'm going to watch this week, and this is one I want to see the most just because of the back storyline, and I think it will be a good game. I think the Jets do get Holmes and Pace back this week too, if I'm correct. So I think that helps them out overall. And going with the
it also added to this intrigue that I'm sure everyone knows that Favre went to the Giants for a year and they didn't actually really
Jets. He went to the Jets.
What did I say?
You said Giants.
No,
it's all right though. It's all right.
Yeah, to the Jets, and they didn't really care for him, and
either did the sideline reporters there.
Apparently not. See, that's your game of the week. My game of the week is St. Louis Rams at the Detroit Lions.
A matchup of titans, if one could say.
Hey, man, the Rams have 2 wins this year.
They do.
Bradford looks like the real deal.
2 in a row, nonetheless. Two-game winning streak, and that is why I'm going with the red-hot Rams on this one and their phenom rookie quarterback, Sam Bradford. I think this guy's the real deal. I was skeptical about him after the draft and with the shoulder surgery in the offseason, but I think he's proven all the doubters wrong, and I don't think the Detroit pass defense can stop him at all this week.
Yeah, I mean, especially, Detroit's secondary is going to have their hands full with Torrey Holt, Isaac Bruce, and Marshall Falk out of the backfield. Mark Mart's the greatest show on turf.
And don't forget about Azakim either.
Azakim, oh, yeah. Yeah, people always say this about Detroit. Oh, they're actually a good team. I mean, they're getting better. Look at the competitive. They just can't. No, they're not a good team. That's why they lose games.
Hey, you know what, though? Your Bears did steal one from them. That was a catch at the end of the game by Megatron.
My Bears are not a good team.
Hey, good record-wise, but
yeah, right.
One of these days, the Lions will come around.
Speaking of records that don't necessarily that a good record doesn't necessarily make you a good team. How about the 5th game here? The undefeated Kansas City Chiefs at the Indianapolis Colts.
I think this week will expose Kansas City for the fraud that they are. I have Indy winning big time. Peyton Manning's going to make a statement. It's in Indy. KC, I think they're a paper tiger. I just don't see it. Matt Castle, no, not doing much for me.
Well, that's that.
Oh, wait. And then...
Oh, didn't you...
I have the upset of the week that I'm calling here.
Okay.
And that is the winless San Francisco 49ers over Philadelphia.
I picked that one, too. Is Vic playing in that game or no?
Vic is not playing. They have the, second time this year starter, Kevin Kolb, and he just did not look comfortable last week. Doesn't look like he has much confidence. And I'm picking San Fran to finally get their first win of the season